Another title eliminator has been made for the near future, this time for the light heavyweight division at UFC 308. This is a fight between Magomed Ankalaev and Alexander Rakic, and it's going to be a good one. The winner of this fight decidedly fights Alex Pereira if he beats Khalil Roundtree at their fight at UFC 307. And yeah, Rakic coming off of that embarrassing loss against Yuri Prochazka. Magomed Ankalaev coming off of a dominating performance against Johnny Walker. Johnny Walker, who I feel is complete garbage. And it's good that he was seen training with Khabib, so we'll see how better he can be in the future. Either way, Magomed is again, coming off of quite a hot streak. And we've got Rakic, who again was hot for a while, but then faded against Yuri Prochazka. So I think Magomed is going to win this fight, especially after seeing what Alexander Rakic can do in his fight against Yuri Prochazka, in which Rakic was landing everything. When Rakic fought Yuri in their last fight, he was landing fucking everything. He was beating Yuri up. He was beating Yuri up on the legs too. But again, the incredible, strong fighter spirit and heart of Yuri Prochazka was able to help Yuri ignore the enormous amount of damage Rakic was putting on his legs. And again, like it was almost like a Rocky Balboa victory for Yuri, where he just fought through all the pain and just completely tired Alexander Rakic out. Rakic just fucking became gassed and then got caught by, I think it was a punch from Yuri Prochazka that then sent Rakic fucking wobbling, and then let him just be fucking caught and wide open for the finish. So yeah, Magomed definitely has this in the bag. I think it's a lock for Magomed Ankalaev. I think we should all fucking put the house on Magomed. And this will be a good case for him to get the belt. I think, the UFC has quite frankly ignored this guy, especially since they gave the title fight against Alex Pereira to Khalil Roundtree. And I mean, for Rakic, either he gets knocked out late or he gets knocked out early. He's going to get knocked out. Late, again, it's because Rakic just fucking tires out. I think his striking, his leg kicks, he does things very fast and well. Like, I feel like his technique with a lot of striking is really good, especially against Yuri. It looks really good. But either way, I don't think it's a match for like the heavy-handedness of Magomed Ankalaev. Magomed's striking is very heavy. And again, as the fight progresses, I mean, Rakic could just get fucking tired out and gas himself that way. Or again, like Rakic kind of, trades with Magomed and just gets fucking pieced after one of their exchanges earlier in the fight. Either way, I think, again, this is a lock for Magomed Ankalaev, and it's very good for him because, like, right after he wins this fight, he really needs to fucking just call for the belt. Forget everything else. Forget the noise. Forget the fans. Forget the officials. What Dana White might say. You need to scream and kick for the belt. And again, it's not like the best way to go about, getting yourself a title fight. But in this day and age of the fight game and of the UFC in general, if you really want that title fight, you're going to need to prove that you want that title fight. Look at fucking Bilal Muhammad, for example. If you're just kind of, I don't know, I kind of guess my work deserves it, or, my record is pretty good, that's not going to make a good enough case. Whether you have a fucking big fan base or not. If you're winning fights, make the case. Make the statement, okay? I know it's hard to remember some shit, like what specifically to say while you're, spending like 25 minutes getting your head knocked around by your opponent. But you gotta fucking say something. Tell your coach to tell you what to say then after you win the fight. But say something. When Magomed wins this, he needs to scream for the belt. Doesn't matter whether it's against Alex Pereira or Khalil Roundtree or fucking Anthony Smith. If by some miracle he was to somehow go on another title run and win the belt, call out the guy with the fucking belt. Call him out as soon as you win. Okay, there's no more of this, late night Instagram live mumbles or some, late evening tweet that may get over 500 likes and some MMA fan base fucking account will post or repost or some shit like that. Don't depend on that. Go right to fucking Joe Rogan or whoever interviews you after you beat Rakic and scream to the top of your lungs for a chance at the light heavyweight belt. That's it. Anyway, that's how I feel like Magomed Ankalaev versus Rakic will go. Magomed is going to TKO Rakic. I'll play it safe and say I think Magomed TKOs Rakic late in the fight, but it may happen earlier. But Magomed Ankalaev is on a tear right now. He's going right for that fucking belt, and it would be fireworks whether he fights Khalil or Alex. I don't really give a fuck. Either fight will be entertaining. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oh, and I also tend to neglect wrestling on here sometimes when I think so much about striking because I love striking. But even if this fight were to go to the fucking ground, both guys are pretty good grapplers. You might fucking yell at me if I call Rakic a good grappler, but I think he can hold his own on the ground. And I think it's really just going to be like a real back and forth with hand fighting and other stuff on the ground, trying to pass guard, all this other shit. So I think the fight should really just end up mostly on the feet. And I think both fighters will probably, take the fight to the feet because it's just the best way to duke it out between the two on the ground. There's a bunch of variables. I feel like Magomed Ankalaev may have a little bit of a advantage on the ground. But I feel like Rakic could still hold his own there, and I feel like if you really want to gas Rakic out, you're going to have to fight this fight on the feet. That's my little take on ground stuff, but either way, what the fuck do you guys think? Let me know.